Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo, welcome to Daily Discipline number 242. Rob Hoback here. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled if you came back, and just appreciate it for real. So thank you. It is a Savage Saturday. It's also a work day, so we're going to get right to it. First things first, I'm the realist. I'm also happy. Yeah, just happy. I'm happy that I had a very productive week that I'm proud of. Got a lot accomplished. It's a daddy weekend, so I got all the kids here. It was a pleasure to see them and just enjoyed each other's companies last night. I'm just thankful, just happy. And yeah, I mean, it's the simple things, right? So it's a Savage Saturday. As I was driving home from Dallas yesterday, I was just thinking about, the last few weeks and how it feels like we've really picked up some momentum. And it's as I think about it, it's all about the confidence, right? That is, as good things continue to happen and come our way, and we're confident that more are going to, and we're going to attract that, and we're just going to go. So as I was putting in my notes, I looked at what did we learn last week. So just real quickly, our weekend review last week talked about our conversation with Uncle Buck and about how he manages his household. And that, there's a couple things that come out of there. There's the elimination of chaos and teaching his children how to be confident, because that's how he was raised. And it's just rinse and repeat, right? We talked about having patience and waiting for things and being the change that we wanted and just being determined. So this week it started out with, last Monday we had an example of cowardice, where the perpetrators, came up behind Big Papi and shot him in the back. And, if you stop and think about it, there's cowardice all over there. Not just cowardice in the guy that ran up behind and shot him, but all the other people operating, in secrecy, just cowards, right? We don't want to be like that. We talked about how, and there's the rub. There's always a rub. No matter how good something is, there's always a rub. There's always going to be an offset. It's just accepting the adversity that is life. There's just always going to be something. We have to accept that there's adversity, embrace it, own it. And as we're doing that, we just need to be humble and kind, right? Like let's just be humble and kind, help each other. We had some great examples there, back-to-back days. In the world of sports, we had the Raptors and the Blues, both of whom were franchises who never won a championship, and they did it in dramatic fashion in both times. So, and just so many storylines inside each one of those. It's beautiful. We talked yesterday about how I was spoiled, right? About how I had been spoiled this week. You could also say that I was rewarded. You could also say that you can make a case where it took yesterday when my reaction was I was thankful, right? Thinking, man, I don't deserve all this. I don't need all this. Was that being humble, right? Isn't that, somebody else is thinking that I deserve more than I thought that I get myself, right? So maybe I'm onto something, but I'm not going to lie. I do enjoy being spoiled. And then the last thing was just controlling the narrative. We're the authors of our storyline. Whether we understand that or not, we're not victims here. We're either driving the agenda and we're driving where we're headed with our life and what it's going to become, or we're allowing other people to do it. So, success patterns. You look at them, you're like, successful people, they lay it down. They say, hey, here is what we're going to accomplish. Then they're very rigid about accomplishing that. And then after they get done, they remind you, like, hey, I told you this is what we were going to do. And I think what got me thinking about this is just watching some of the leaders that I'm surrounded with in business. And they're very good at it, right? They say, hey, here's where we're going. Oftentimes they're not as popular because they're very rigid and they won't stray from that. But then they're also the best at reminding me, like, hey, here's everything that we accomplished, right? And so we should take some advice there. And we are the masters of our own destiny. So great week. We can fly that win flag again. Look at that. I'm still tired, but I'm up. We're going to get after it. We got a big day today. Sam's got a basketball tournament. Got all 3 kids. Should be fun. Looks like the rain has passed, so we'll be able to get some yard work done and enjoy our Father's Day weekend. So hands up, peace out. We are better together. I'll be back tomorrow on Father's Day from here in Oklahoma, and I can't wait to see you then. So have a great day.